Good morning, class. This is Ishita ma'am, and I'm again back with the teaching learning video. I guess you're all well at home and doing all the works which are given to you, and by now you have all received the word meanings and the long answer type questions from the lost child. I've also given a home assignment for you from the chapter, which is writing off the short answer type questions. And the work should be done there in your literature copy. So class, today's lessons would start with the diary entry. Okay, so here, as I told you, that you have your unseen comprehension, your grammar, your writing, and your literature part. So as I have covered all the three parts, a bit of it. So today I'll be starting with the first part of your writing skills, which is the diary entry. Okay, so just we must know what diary entry is. So what is diary entry? Diary entry is one of the most personal and informal categories of writing. So in one of the video I have told you the marks division for the annuals, that is 8 marks that comes for diary entry or article writing for class 9. So it's completely a personal and informal category of writing. It is completely a personal piece of writing and of course it is informal. Okay. Now what should we write in case of diary, or what is the thing of which we would make the entry of? So it's a diary entry can be of an experience, a scene, a description or narration of certain event or any other thing or activity that the writer considers worth writing in his personal diary. In the examination, the question on diary entry is aimed to test your imaginative, creative and expressive skills. Okay, so diary entry is mainly aimed for judging out your imaginative, creative and expressive skills. So diary entry and article writing comes for the exams, and which is of course your word limit comes around 100 to 120 words. Okay, now the guidelines for diary entry. A good diary writing contains the place, the date, the day, and even the time of writing. Okay, now whatever guidelines I'm providing you is according to the latest CBSE guidelines. Okay, you might see many of the books giving you a different way, but remember one thing: wherever or however you write, these details must always be there. That is your date, your day, and the time of diary writing. Okay, and of course the place from where you are writing the diary. A diary doesn't need any formal heading, however it is optional. So in schools, or in our school rather, we prefer not giving any formal heading to the diary entry, which is not needed actually. So, and the style and tone is generally informal and personal. However, it depends on the subject. Sometimes the tone can be philosophical and reflective too. You can freely express your viewpoints and feelings. As I told you that this is a personal piece of writing, and of course it is an informal writing piece as well. So there are no fixed things that you need to follow, and you are always free to express your viewpoints and feelings. Nobody is going to scold you or scream at you saying that why you have written these things or not, because it is completely an informal piece of writing where you are writing and sharing your feelings in the diary. Rather, you will treat the diary as your friend and you write in a way as you're talking to that very friend. Okay, now some more guidelines here. Number 4, as the diary is writer's personal document, the diary entry does not need any full signature, but only the writer's first name at the end of the writing. Okay, as we know that in case of the formal piece of writing, if I talk about the formal letters, so what happened, just at the end of the writing we give our full name or our full signature there as a mark that you have written it. But in case of uh, you know informal piece of writing or any sort of personal document. Here, in case of diary entry also, you don't need to write your full signature, rather only your first name. Now here let me tell you, the first name should be the one as given in the question. Okay, now if the question of course contains a name and you write not that very name but your own name, there your marks will of course be deducted. Okay, if the question contains a name, your work should be right in that very name, and if the question doesn't contain, then you can write any other name. I would prefer not to write your own real name. Okay, now number 5, you can evolve your suitable style depending on the topic of your writing. Okay, now how you will write it or what exactly you want to write along with on the basis of the topic, that is completely your choice. But remember, the style should be all very suitable and appropriate with the kind of the writing or with the topic which you are getting. Now, diary entry should be written in about 100 to 120 words as per the latest CBSE syllabus. As I told you, for the 80 marks, for the 8 marks question in the 80 marks paper, you get 120 words for the article writing or the diary entry. So, you need to follow the number of word or the word limit while writing the answers. Okay. Now, this is the format. So the format will be top left, date, day and time. So just when you get your copy or the answer script, just at the straight top left side, extreme left hand side, you must write the date, the day and the time. Like if I talk about today, I will be writing it as 22nd of April. The day will be Wednesday and the time will be around 10 p.m. or 9 p.m. whatever it is as you want it to. But always remember, don't write D-A-T-E the word there. Okay, you'll be straight away writing the date and the day and the time. Now the tense most frequently used, present perfect, simple past and future tense. So these are mainly the tenses that we use while writing, or rather we follow while writing the diary entry, and that is present perfect tense, simple past and future tense, because we generally write the feelings of that very particular day or just an event that has just been taken place. Okay, and then so in that cases we do write with present perfect tense, simple past, and at times we often say about our future plans also in the diary entry, or we make a note of it, so there we use the future tense. Okay, it is first person application, of course it's subjective in mode, you are writing, so it should be the first person application. It must not be within a passive voice or in a narrated speech, rather it's you yourself who's just telling it all, or as if you are just writing down your mind. And at the end, left your first name. So again, you know, with CBSE we all follow the block format, so even the name that you write, your first name that you write will be just at the end of the left hand side. Okay, there's no left and right. Okay, it's only the left hand side, the intent that you must follow there. Now the steps. Begin the entry with general sentence describing the day or the momentary feelings. Okay, for example, you just start saying that, dear diary, today so and so has happened, or you know what is today? Today is the birthday of my mother, and this way you can start writing. So it should be a general sentence describing the day or momentary feelings. Means the first sentence of the diary would show you or would help others to understand that what exactly the documentation or about what exactly you're going to write here. In the body means in the main subject, you may discuss an event and your feelings towards it, how it is likely to affect your future plans. So the main content should be on the basis of the topic which has been given to you. You must discuss the event and your feelings for it and how it is likely to affect your future plans. That is, what exactly it is that you must follow for your future, or how that particular thing will be affecting your future. Okay, and conclude the final remark and future course of action. So this conclusion you're class 9, you are quite mature to understand all this, that how you need to conclude a particular piece of writing. So it should be with the final remark and the future course of the action. So these are the different guidelines which I have given you. And now comes a sample question. So these sort of questions will be there. This is just for you to understand. And I'll be giving you all home assignments on it as well, where you can write the diary entry describing your own feelings on the different topics which I give you. Okay. So for sample questions, you see, while going home, you came across many children on the roads at crossroads with begging bowls in their hands. You are shocked and disgusted at this unflattering picture of a country which boasts of being a major economy in the world. Record your experience in your diary. You are Samir Sudha. So as I told you that there must be or there might be a name which is given in the question. So you need to follow that very name as if you are Samir or you are Sudha, and that way you're going to write. So this is the question. I guess it's all very clear to you, the question of its kind, that it's while going home, when you were going back home, you came across many children on the roads who were begging with their bowls in the hand. Okay, and what is the most unflattering picture of the country was that India is regarded as the major economy in the world, one of the major economy in the world, but still you find people who are begging there at the street. So, and you need to record your experience, right? So now here the next one will be, see, this is the sample that how exactly you need to write a diary entry. Okay, so first you are going to see everything there is intended to the left hand side, right? So the first thing you write here is your the place, and then the very next line you write your say 22nd of April 2020 Wednesday, and then the time 7 p.m. Okay, now the next line that you write here will be dear diary. Now all these things that you write will be with a one line gap. Now, dear diary, and after that a comma. Now, in some of the books you find there a comma. In some of the books you find there's no comma here. Okay, you can give it or not. It's your wish. Now, they said that they say that India is emerging as a major economy in the world, but it is more true that India has the largest army of poor people, paupers, and beggars. Hence, millions of people in India are condemned to begging. I'm shocked to see hundreds of shabby-looking people in rags shouting in woeful tones, "Baba, give me something for God's sake." No country can become great if its children are condemned to lead such miserable lives. If millions of children live in such inhuman conditions, dirt and poverty, it is a matter of shame for the government and civilized society of India. Every child must have a constitutional right to get proper food, clothes, and education. It is true that begging has also become a lucrative profession for some bad people. On the other side, it is also true that poverty and the burden of family had led these people into the world of begging. I really wish if I could do something for these people and be a part of their betterment. Samir or Sudha. So, see here what I have done, that you are as if you are saying what exactly you feel like on this particular topic. So of course, it's very common that India is emerging as a major economy in the world, but then it's very shocking for you to see that how you find the people or find the young boys and girls begging for God's sake. Okay, and then you can think about, so here see in the subject part I told you that you are supposed to describe the things in detail. You must describe your opinion, what you feel on that particular topic. And as I told you, the conclusion should be your effect on the future plans regarding that particular thing. And at the end, at the left hand side, you find your name to be written there. Okay, so this is how we write diary entry. Okay, class. So I guess you find it to be fruitful to see this video, and diary entry will be quite easy for you to write.
Okay, so please see to the rules and the guidelines and everything out there, and then I'll be providing you with the home's assignment as well. Okay, so that's all for today. So you take care, be at home, stay safe, and please follow the YouTube channel and the school website for the further notifications. And till I come with the next video, until then, thank you and have a nice day.